Excuse us, sir.
Oh, there you are.
Could you tell us what you're training for?
Leo.
Love, love, love. Love American style. Truer than the red, white, and blue. Love American style. That's me and you. And on a star-spangled night, my love, come to me. You can rest your head on my shoulder, while by the dawn's early light, my love, I will defend your right to try. Love American style. That's me and you.
Andy, all the time I was on that island, I dreamed about your kisses.
That's something, considering you were shipwrecked with a man.
George Dimitri was a perfect gentleman every minute.
Any bachelor with 200 million has got to be perfect.
He really couldn't have been nicer.
Darlene, let's forget George, huh? It's a beautiful day. We'll have a swim and then maybe go for a
Andy,
drink.
I don't want to go for a swim.
Okay. I guess you've seen enough water in the last few months to last a lifetime.
Well, that's not it. It's just that a bikini is so revealing.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Why, bikini is the greatest invention since the wheel. Darling, what is it?
I know it's silly of me. You'd find out about it on our wedding night anyway. I mean, the minute you see my tummy, you'll know.
The minute I see your tummy, I'll know what.
Well, George, Mr. Dimitri and I had nothing to do. We didn't have a deck of cards or anything. So we played tic-tac-toe for $100 a game.
And your tummy?
No, in the sand. He was terrible at it. He lost like $1 million. And I said, pay up. I was only kidding, of course. But he paid.
Paid? On a desert island?
He made some ink out of berry juice and seawater, and he wrote a check on my tummy.
On your tummy?
A few days later, he tried to swim to another island for help. I never saw him again after that. It was really tragic.
Tragic. Where's the check? United Federal, pay Darlene Ferrona 1, 000, 000, $1 million. And he signed it. We're rich. Darling, your tummy is cashable.
You silly. They'd laugh me right out of the bank.
And we'll laugh all the way to the Riviera. Boy, can I use that money.
Andy, I can't cash that check. They'd say I did something wrong to get the money.
Honey, anything you do that can get you $1 million can't be wrong.
A real tragedy. George Dimitri was one of our favored customers here at United Federal. We're all going to miss him. Well, now, what can I do for you, Miss Verona?
Well, I have a check that Andy, he's my fiancé, wants me to cash.
It's for $1 million.
$1 million? May I see the check, please?
Show him, baby.
It's a check for $1 million. On your, right there on your,
Tummy.
Small bills will be okay. I've got a station wagon.
16 years in banking. When I left Wharton School, they told me I'd see some strange things in the field, but never a tummy check. No, never a tummy check.
I'm so embarrassed.
Honey, we'll be the richest embarrassed people in the world.
Miss Crenshaw, would you bring me George Dimitri's signature card?
Yes, Mr. Durkin.
And see if Mr. Hollister is available. It's an emergency.
Right away, Mr. Durkin.
I don't think we'll have any problems legal-wise.
Unless you refuse to cash it, in which case Miss Verona will sue you, all the way up to the Supreme Court wise.
Please.
May I see the check again, please? Ah, no code numbers. This could prove to be a problem feeding into the computer.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, that's all right, Miss Crenshaw. This young lady has a tummy check.
Oh, of course, a tummy check.
Is that the Dimitri signature? Well, let me have it. That will be all, Miss Crenshaw. It's hard to say.
Oh, Mr. Dimitri signed it all right.
Look, the check is legal. The signature's authentic. All you have to do is...
Oh, Mr. Hollister, I'm happy to see you're free, sir.
I'm not. I have these people here from Zurich. Now, what is this emergency?
Well, these folks have a rather large check they would like to cash. This is Miss Verona, and this is Mr. Martin.
Hello. You call me in here to okay a check.
It's for $1 million.
Welcome aboard.
It's on the Dimitri account.
All right, let's have a look at it.
Here we go again.
Mr. Hollister will have to see the check.
All right, we've had our little anti-establishment joke for today. I'm surprised you'd fall for a thing like this, Durkin.
Mr. Hollister, Miss Verona was shipwrecked with George Dimitri, and apparently he wrote this check with...
With berry juice.
With berry juice.
Berry juice? Durkin, call security. Tell them to send that handwriting man of theirs, Swimmer, up here on the double. Call my office, cancel all appointments, call personnel. I want a berry juice expert here within the hour.
Yes, sir, immediately.
And I want an immediate news blackout on this.
Note, please, that Mr. Dimitri crossed his T's at an angle, roughly 30 degrees. This we see on the blow-up and also on the tummy check. Oh, I'm sorry, Speedy. I didn't mean to tickle you.
That's all right.
Oh, by the way, honey, did you have lunch?
No.
Well, maybe you better not eat until after I'm finished, because if that little tummy gets bigger, they will get stuck for $2 million. Yeah, now we come to the business of the dotted I's. This is very important in order to determine whether or not we are dealing with phony baloney.
Look, there's nothing phony about that check.
Poop, poop, poop. Now, on the signature card, we see that the I's are dotted a little off-center and also quite high in relationship to the word. Now, this unique characteristic is repeated also in the tummy check. Ah, fooled you. No tickle this time, huh? Goochie, goochie, goochie. Gentlemen, there is absolutely no question in my mind, but the man what wrote this signature also wrote this signature. It is authentic. Goochie.
Miss Verona, how many times have you bathed since this check was written?
What has that got to do with anything?
Young man, Professor Casey here is the president of the American Botanical Association. When he asks a question, he's going to get an answer without static from you.
I bathe once a day, sometimes twice. It doesn't come off. I've tried.
Yes, I know. Indelibility is one of the characteristics of mungoberry juice. It's even found in cave paintings. May I touch the check, please?
Why not? Everybody else has.
Well?
Delicious. Well, that is, it has the specialized high potassium taste of your mungoberry.
Have you formed an opinion, Professor Casey?
I have. You're trying very hard not to cash this check.
Andy, please.
I don't think there's any doubt that that check was written with the juice of the mungoberry. Or more correctly, Mungotinius pacificus, that's indigenous to the area where this young lady and Mr. Dimitri were shipwrecked.
You're sure?
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Professor.
Yes.
Now, look, Hollister. You've had that signature authenticated. The berry juice is legitimate. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll cash it.
$1 million? Baby, we've got it made.
Yes, got it made.
Well, Miss Verona, you've got $1 million. What are you going to do with it? New house, new car, new wardrobe?
Yes, and a new fiancé.
What?
This has taught me something, Andy. You're too mercenary.
Honey, after all I went through to get the check cashed?
Yes, after all you went through to get the check cashed. See? All you care about is the check.
Darlene.
I'm sure I can do much better.
Durkin. Tom, why don't you take Miss Verona to lunch?
My pleasure. We have a marvelous investment program I would like to introduce to you.
Fine. And, Durkin, be sure Miss Verona gets one of our calendars.
Oh, definitely.